For many years, asbestos, naturally occurring fibrous silicates, was used in the construction of buildings. Now, asbestos has fallen out of use because the inhalation of asbestos fibers can cause serious illnesses such as malignant mesothelioma, asbestosis, and lung cancer. But airborne asbestos in regions with naturally occurring asbestos, building sites, and asbestos-containing stones is still a source of risk. Practically no research has been conducted on the size distribution and morphological characteristics of airborne asbestos. And in South Korea, airborne asbestos concentrations are unknown. Recently, researchers from the National Institute of Environmental Research, NIER, South Korea, investigated the distribution of airborne asbestos in South Korea. The research team selected 42 survey sites, including urban, rural, and residential areas and mining sites, and monitored the air quality at each of these sites. They also collected samples of the asbestos and studied its morphological characteristics using transmission electron microscopy techniques. They found that the areas near asbestos mines had the highest concentrations of airborne asbestos, followed by baseball fields, areas that used asbestos-containing stones, urban areas, and rural areas. Asbestos concentrations are expected to be elevated near mines due to the dispersion of asbestos into the air by natural, human, and agricultural activities. The researchers also found that the airborne asbestos was composed primarily of three types: chrysotile, tremolite, and actinolite. Chrysotile exhibited bundled or single fiber forms, whereas tremolite and actinolite exhibited fibrous, acicular, and prismatic forms. The aspect ratios of all detected chrysotile fibers were higher than 20:1, tremolite fibers were higher than 5:1, actinolite fibers were higher than 3:1. In conclusion, this study is the first investigation into the characteristics of airborne asbestos in multiple locations in South Korea. The present results are significant because they reveal the characteristics, that is, the types, concentrations, lengths, widths, aspect ratios, and compositions of airborne asbestos in multiple potential asbestos exposure regions in South Korea. These findings could not only help assess the risk to the public from asbestos exposure, but they also help inform the enforcement of the 2011 Asbestos Injury Relief Act and the 2012 Asbestos Safety Management Act in South Korea.